Hi, everyone. It's Sunday, Mother's Day, May the 10th, day 55, stay-at-home day, another stay-at-home day. Ron Crider here at Victoria at Indian River Shores. And I want you to know that I wasn't playing hooky today. I usually try to post these videos early in the morning so you have them first thing. That's probably not a good idea. Now, I would say by the time this is all over with, I'll probably start getting it right. But as it turns out, these numbers aren't new till about 11 o'clock in the morning, sometime between 11 and 1, where the good numbers come in. So I was giving you numbers. They weren't stale numbers. They were just pretty old numbers. So it looks like I will be doing this a little bit later every day. So don't think I'm playing hooky or going to drop out on you. Don't forget those likes. I like the likes. Keep the likes coming. Thank you very much. Sorry for the confusion over the weekend. There were 3 different videos, but I was just trying to keep you informed as to what was going on. I want to do a shout out to Sebastian and John. Actually, they're real next door neighbors. If I bang on my wall right here, they might actually hear me because they are immediately next door to me. And John is the dad and Sebastian is the son. Nice folks from New York. They've been down here for about 2 months, just kind of sort of stuck here, and they enjoy being stuck here. And they're really nice folks, good people. I like them a lot. Also, Julie, Shirley N, Kristin, Chris T, Kostas, Gail, and Regan are also people who watch my videos, and thank you very much. I do appreciate it. They're some of my next-door neighbor friends. So our weather forecast for Mother's Day today, as you can probably tell, I need not tell you, rain most of the day. It was 75 degrees at 5:30 this morning. 60% chance of rain today, and most of that rain will be coming throughout the day, off and on. Will be cooler today. High about 75 degrees, humidity around 77%. Monday, a little bit warmer, high 78, but there will be plenty of rain on Monday. Now, I am told that Dr. Chris at Indian River Acupuncture and Functional Medicine can do the antibody tests. I know nothing about them. I will be finding out more about them on Monday. I also understand you can call your doctor, and your doctor perhaps set those up for you as well for the antibody tests. You can be sure that I'm going to be the one getting at the front end of that line because I would really like to know what's going on. Now, it is official. Salons and barbershops will be reopening tomorrow with limited occupancy and social distancing. Bars are still required to remain closed. And speaking of barbershops, as you will recall, Sheldon came over here and gave me a haircut. And he gave some of my friends a haircut as well here at our building. And I would like to recommend Treasure Coast Barbershop. It's on 17th Street, and I'm going to put the address up on the screen for you. So Sheldon did a really good job, and he came over here and went out of his way to do it for us, and we very much appreciate that. The FDA issued its first authorization of an at-home saliva test for COVID-19 on Friday. That will allow patients to receive a diagnostic test without leaving their home. The FDA said the test permits testing of saliva samples collected from the patient using the designated self-collection kit. Once the patient collects the saliva sample, they return it to the lab in a sealed package for testing. The FDA added the test is by prescription only. Don't know anything about this, but Indian River County said that 2 aquatic centers, along with a campground, will reopen on Monday with increased cleaning and social distancing. Tuesday, the Gifford Aquatic Center will reopen at 10 a.m., and North County Aquatic Center will reopen at 6 a.m. So I don't know anything about those places, but if you're familiar with those aquatic centers, maybe it would be a good idea for you to check them out. They're going to be opening. Little shameless plug for my classical music channel. It's called Classic America, the Pops Concert Channel, light classical music. We also feature a little bit of Broadway show tunes and great film music from a lot of the famous motion pictures. So if you would like to go there, I'm going to put it up on the screen how you get there. You can also get there by saying, Alexa, play Classic America station from TuneIn. If you say it exactly that way or your Alexa's turned on, it'll probably go and play Classic America. Appreciate you listening to that, if you will. There is also going to be, as every day, there's a little secret meeting at the end of this video, and you can watch that also. And I remind you all the way through here, you can fast forward through all of the counties if you wish, and only go to the county that you're interested in looking at. I made that simple by posting some all the counties in red. I have a whole new plan for these counties today that I hope will be better for you to understand, and we're going to take a look at that here. So let's go to the numbers right now, and I'll be right back after the numbers. Actually, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here anyway. Just have to reorganize myself. Stand by. Alrighty, folks, this isn't as pretty as the one we did before, but it's full of a lot of information. So let's just start out today, and we'll do it this way, and then we'll take a look at it and decide whether we want to continue doing it. So here's what I did. I created a little spreadsheet here, and this is for the state of Florida, and I'm going to go over all these numbers today. We may not do it again tomorrow, but I'll just let you know today. Florida has 21,500,000 people. That's the number over here on the left. They have totally tested 539,630, and over yesterday they added 11,217 more cases. Positive 40,001. Nothing has changed since yesterday, since the numbers that I gave you yesterday. So let's go down to Indian River County. In Indian River County has 160,000 people living in our county in Vero Beach. Indian River County is where Vero Beach is. Vero Beach has tested 2,289 cases at 38 more than I reported yesterday. Positive remained at 0. Negative, 38 more negative cases came in. 1 additional hospitalization. The deaths remain at 8. These numbers over here on the right-hand side, positive to death. What this means in my particular case is how many people got COVID-19 and died from it out of the positives. So the positives, 8% of the people who were tested positive, that would be the 100 people, 8% of those actually died. Now, if you take all the cases that were totally tested, only 4.37. So that's what those numbers are on the right-hand side. Let's go down to Dade County. Now, in Dade County, there are 2,713,000 people down there in Dade County. So they tested 110,506, so an increase of 1,754 over the numbers that I gave you yesterday. They added another 166 positive cases and 1,590 negative cases. They put 16 more people in the hospital. The total deaths added yesterday were 5, so they have a total of 487 deaths in Dade County. Now we'll go up to Broward County. Okay, here we are in Broward County. Broward County has a population of 1,935,000 people. They've tested so far 64,457. They added 534 new tests yesterday over what I reported yesterday. They added 78 new positives. They have 5,858 positives. They added 465 new negatives. They have 58,541 negatives. They put 12 more people into the hospital, and the deaths did not change. They have a total of 257 deaths down there. In Palm Beach County has a population of 1,471,000. We never talked about these numbers before because I didn't know exactly what they were. They so far tested 40,919, and since yesterday they added 740 additional tests. If positive, 3,870. They added 72 new since yesterday. Negative, they've tested 36,826. They added 668 new cases. They put 11 more people into the hospital. The deaths have not changed. They have a total of 237 deaths in Palm Beach County. Now we'll go up to Martin County. Martin County tested 2,454 so far, 95 new ones since yesterday. Positive 255. Positive added 10 yesterday. That's included in the 255. Negative 2199. They added 85 since yesterday. Hospitalizations 45. It was 44 the previous day, so they added 1, and no new deaths in Martin County. Now we'll go up to St. Lucie County. St. Lucie County is Fort Pierce. In St. Lucie County, they have a population of 328,000. They so far have tested 5,138. They added an additional 112 yesterday. That took it from the 5,023 to 5,138. Positive, 282. They added 2 over the 280 they had the previous day. Negative, 4,849. In St. Lucie County, they added 110 yesterday. No new hospitalizations and no new deaths in St. Lucie County. We skip over Indian River County and we go up to Brevard, which is just north of us. That's Melbourne. They so far have tested 12,040. They added 78 over yesterday. They had no new positive cases from yesterday of 328. Negative, 11,709 negative. They added 78 over the previous day. Hospitalizations, they didn't add any new hospitalizations over yesterday, and no new deaths, and that's a really good thing. Let's go up to Orange County. Orange County's got a lot of people up there. They have 1,395,000 people in Orange County. They so far have tested 35,836. They added 612 over the previous day. Positive, they didn't add any positives over the previous day. Negatives, they did add 610 negatives, and the negatives are a total of 34,295. No new hospitalizations and no new deaths. By the way, all of this was at 1 o'clock on Mother's Day, Sunday, May the 10th. Now, let's take a look at the U.S. cases. Now, these do update all the time, and when I do these, I have to tell you it's right around 1 o'clock today when I did those. So the USA population for the United States is 328,200,000 people. The cases in the United States, 1,314,799, and they added 5,258 new cases over the previous day. In total deaths, there are total deaths today of 78,932, and they added 138 over the previous day. That's for the entire United States. Now, from the global standpoint, they added 22,914 of new cases yesterday globally, and the deaths, they added 914 deaths worldwide to bring it up to a total of 280,507. Now, we're looking at this death number of 78,000 in the United States, 78,932. Remember, they keep talking about that 200,000 number, and we're just absolutely hoping that that's not going to be any sort of reality whatsoever. We're hoping that we don't get much more than we have right now, and we probably will, but let's just hope it's going to be way under 100,000. So those are our numbers today, and maybe you can let me know if you preferred to look at the other chart. At least this tells you what we've added, and I kind of like the idea because I was giving you numbers, but you didn't know whether we added any. You just got new numbers, and how would you remember what were there before? Okay, folks, let's talk about our thought for the day today. Thought for today for Mother's Day. You're never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream. Of course, you're never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream. This is something I saw on Hallmark the other day. When selecting a mate, there's a vast difference between finding a good person and finding the right person. Vast difference between finding a good person and the right person. Something to think about if you're out looking for a new mate. And this one is pretty interesting. This was Albert Schweitzer. Happiness is the only thing that multiplies when you share it. Happiness is the only thing that multiplies when you share it. So remember, we're planning our party to celebrate when this is all over. We're going to celebrate the first responders and everybody that had anything to do with COVID-19 and celebrate the fact that we have beaten it. And everybody who watches this video will be invited to come to this. There's no charge for it whatsoever. Cocktail and hors d'oeuvre party. It's going to be quite nice. Very nice. Jay Parham, thank you for the post. Love the Tides restaurant. Jay Parham, thank you very much. Tides restaurant's great. Our family went to the Tides last night. I did not go there. And everybody was sitting outside. Yes, they put tables out in the lawn. There's a lawn just next to the Tides. It's to the north of the Tides, and they had tables out there, and apparently everybody had a really good time. And of course, the food is terrific. They love their scallops. Jay Parham loves the scallops over there at Tides, and he doesn't care for Brussels sprouts, but his wife does love Brussels sprouts. So that's what Jay Parham has to say. And let me tell you, Brussels sprouts is one of the things that there are so many people who either love them or hate them. There's a restaurant down in Stewart. I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's called Spritz. And they have a Brussels sprout salad that I think is absolutely terrific. And as a matter of fact, you get it with chicken or you can get it with a shrimp or something such as that. Now, I love Brussels sprouts, but an awful lot of people don't. So that's okay. No problem there. So far, the Tides is winning as the best restaurant, second only to the Ocean Grill, that people really enjoy going to the Ocean Grill. And I understand both the Ocean Grill and the Tides were pretty much fully booked for Mother's Day today. Fully booked meaning they can only put a few people inside. Now, as far as the Tides is concerned, they alternated their seating and their setup inside. So when you booked to go in there, they gave you an hour and a half to sit in there, and then they didn't serve anybody else in there, and they cleaned that up. But at the same time as they were cleaning that up, they had people outside, so they were serving people on the outside, and then they went back to the inside as well. So they've done a pretty good job of figuring out how to keep everything clean. Of course, everybody there is wearing masks. You know, there's nobody in town that does it as good as Leanne when it comes to preparing food and doing it right and being incredibly generous. I can't say too much about the Tides. They're just absolutely fantastic. And coming up here is a little bit of video on the Indian River Shores where I live at Victoria 5680A1A. Thank you very much. Have a really terrific Mother's Day. Sorry for the delay in getting this out, but this is really current as of 1 o'clock today on Mother's Day on May the 10th. And starting tomorrow, I will probably be doing it later instead of issuing it first thing in the morning because it'll give you much better numbers. And I believe it will probably be posted around 1 or 1:30 every day. So we'll just take a look tomorrow and we'll see where we are. Have a really great Mother's Day weekend. Stay out of trouble, stay safe, stay home.